Hi all, Ross here, Thomas Classic and Modern. Welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd do a little video today on one of our Thomas tune-ups. We've been lucky enough to be trained by AC Dodd in the art of tuning the SU statically. And today we've got this little Metro in to take care of. So not just minis, anything with A series we can take care of. Customers already had a fair bit of sort of work done to this, but by himself, it appears. He's had a recurve distributor off us. He's already fitted it and timed it in. He believes carburetor is worn. We have a fully refurbished AC Dodd HIF 38 carburetor for this if we need it. So we're going to get stuck in and see what we've got to begin with. Okay, so first thing we like to do, if possible, is give the car a little test drive. So that's what we're going to do. Been a little while actually since I sat in a Metro. These used to be my my weapon of choice back in the day when I used to buy one of these as a winter banger to save my Mini. So unfortunately, I'm probably to blame. I've scrapped a few of these in the past, but we've got a little 998 standard. So let's start it up. Let's see what we got. Let's give it a quick run round the block, see what it feels like, and then we shall go from there and get stuck into the tune. So starts on the button. That's no choke, so it's not actually that cold. We'll just let it find its feet a minute. Forget actually how spacious these are compared to a Mini. Okay, let's see what we got. We won't go too far. Okay, so you got absolutely nothing at all trying to pull away. So we'll let it have a little bit of choke. Just run it around the block, let it warm up a touch. Okay, so we have a definite problem pulling away. And we certainly have some fluttering. It's the easiest way to describe it. You got that little flutter, which is probably making the exhaust knock as well. And we'll just quickly go around this roundabout and back up, pull up this little drag, see what it feels like there. Just be a little bit wary of this junction because, yep, we have definite difficulties pulling away from a junction. And yeah, just feels generally flat. I know it's a little 998, but I can already hear that the idle speed has picked up. Yeah, So yeah, we've definitely got some issues to deal with. Certainly, we should be able to make it drive a lot nicer than this, hopefully. Not too bad, but it's certainly room for improvement, as they say. One thing you do forget, actually, as well, is how quiet a Metro is compared to a Mini. And also, how disconnected to the road you are. Nothing like a Mini in terms of handling or anything like that. And that's exactly the same. You put your foot down, coming away from a junction, just bogs down, dies away, and then picks back up. Okay, I'd say that's test drive completed. Let's get it set up. I'll run you through some of the kit we use, and we'll dig in and see what we've got. Let's get back to the workshop. Okie dokes. So there we have it. Standard 998. Obviously got some silicone hoses on it. I know the customer's done a bit of recommissioning work, so to speak, to it. So yeah, let's run you through some of the kit we use first of all, and then we'll dig in and see what we got. We'll go from there. Leave it running, make sure it is fully warmed up. Okay, so first thing we've got is our lambda sensor and our exhaust bung. Copied that from our good friend AC Dodd. He uses something virtually the same. We have our snap-on timing light, our Innovate Motorsports LM2, our Thomas tuning tackle, which is all our needles, springs, dampers, vacuum advance cans, good selection of parts and bits and pieces in there that we might need. We have our infrared thermometer. We'll be using that just to keep an eye on things. Our selection of damper oils. So all sorts of stuff in here. We may need to use those, we may not. It all depends on what we find when we get stuck in. And the SU Bible for needles. So that is about all we need kit-wise. So let's get a few bits and pieces set up, and we'll see how we get on. .9, spot on. So that's that calibrated. Let's pop it up the tailpipe and let's see what we got without doing anything at all. We got a coolant leak, yeah. So I will just show you. So we haven't done anything at all. This is as it landed. So that is our idle. Nice and stable, just rich. What is it doing? Give me my selfie stick back. At least it goes where I point it. So we have overly rich idle. So that was just curiosity more than anything else. But we shall now go through the basics. What I am going to do, seeing as it's now all connected up, before I disconnect it, I'll let it come back to free air and start working on the timing. Just going to have a quick gander at what we've got a bit further up the rev range. Oh. Lean. Very lean. Very, very lean. Very lean. Yeah. So, first things first, some basic checks, timing, leads, plugs. Even though I know that the customer purchased all of this from ourselves and fitted it, we still need to verify that it's all okay. So, let's shut it off. Let's get the Innovate to come back down to free air. Dig in. Aha. Why, thank you. Save my aging knees. Right, okay, so first thing I'm going to do, second, is I'm just going to whip the plugs out. Because obviously we've given it a run. Let's have a look, see what they're looking like colour-wise. Customer has told me he's fitted new plugs and gapped them in BP5ES. So we will double check. I can see he has run a 12-volt feed straight from the fuse box down to the coil. So that's good. So we should have a good 12-volt supply down there. They are a tad warm, but I will just try and show you if I can hold it for long enough. Not too bad. Doesn't show very well in the camera actually there, but they are quite white. So definitely lean. Okay, let's double check that they're gapped correctly. So customer's done a very nice job of gapping his spark plugs. Excellent. Makes our life a little bit easier. That's how we like to gap them. Make sure that they stick on the feeler blades. I am fairly lucky with this one, as I say. I know we supplied the distributor, the coil, and the ignition leads, and they were all checked before the customer had them, and that was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I've got absolutely no reason to disbelieve that there's anything wrong with any of that. Customers obviously adhered to the fitting instructions correctly. Wired up his separate 12-volt feed. So aside from the timing with this one, to check, we should hopefully just be on straight onto the mixture, which is a pleasant change rather than having to go around and sort of right some wrongs before you get stuck into the tune. We shall pop those back in. I'm going to verify the timing. Okay, so we're idling there at about 850 RPM. And we have 14 degrees at idle. $27 at 2000. Okay, so we have a discrepancy on timing. That's actually 35 degrees all in, which is too much. So we're going to knock about 6 degrees out of that, which will take us down to about 8 degrees at idle, pretty much where I would like to see it. And then obviously that'll take us to about sort of 21, 22 at 2000, which again is ideal. This is one of AC Dodge's recurve distributors, exactly what we expect to see. Just need to alter that base timing figure ever so slightly. So let's get that done. And we have come back to a different idle reading. Okay, so let's see what we've got up the rev range a bit. So we're quite lean all the way through, which reflects what we saw originally. Okay, I think it's time to whip the needle out, see what we got in there, and we'll go from there. And let's have a look. So we have, that's a new one on me, an AEG. AEG. Let's have a little gander in the Book of Dreams. Okay, so we spoke to the customer, and the customer agreed that he would like us to fit the reconditioned carburetor, AC Dodge reconditioned HIF 38 that he already supplied. So we have fitted that. We are just now going to get rigged up and start again and see where we end up with this one. We know what needle is in it, and obviously AC provides you with the details as to what oil is in there. In this instance, this one is 10W40, and it's fitted with an AAE needle. Okay, so that's come up quite a lot weaker at idle. We haven't blown it out of the pipe on the back, mate. We just double check we're all the way in. Yeah, it makes a massive difference. See, sometimes you can tell because it doesn't correlate what you're seeing on there with how it's running. Right, that's better. That's more better. Let's see what we got now a bit further up. We know we're working with a known quantity now. Chasing your tail. That's better. So the needle in the air is yeah. Back to idle makes it lovely. Ever so slightly weak, 3,500 upwards, but I mean ever so slightly. Not quite rich enough on snap throttle. I would say that's bob on. Better now on snap throttle as well, see? I think the proof is in the pudding. I think we'll drill the airbox. We'll put the airbox back on. I'll just check what the filter's like in it. Put the airbox back on. Job done. Righto, so here we are. Following day, we ran out of time yesterday to finish this one off. So this morning I have done some very, very slight needle mods to get it as close to perfect as I could. We are now pretty much bob on where I wanted it to be. 0.95 lambda, pretty much all the way through the rev range, right the way up to 4,500 revs. Snap throttle now is nice, so that's all good. We're just going to go and give it a quick test drive, see what the difference is between the beginning and the end, so to speak. So let's see how we get on. Okie dokes. Here we go. Ooh, squeaky brakes. Right, so, well, we have no problem pulling away. Still got our knocking exhaust, but that's not for us to sort out. Love them. Just pull out, why don't you? This is the roundabout we struggled to pull away from previously. It certainly feels a lot more sprightly than it did before. That's for certain. No holes in it. Seems to want to get up through the gears a bit quicker. What we will do is we'll go a little bit further this time. We'll go down this short little stretch of bypass and see what it's like, what it feels like at cruise. But it certainly feels better to me. And we're away. Well, there's no flat spots between acceleration, between the gears. Nothing at all. It cruises along fairly nicely. Put your foot down, no flat spots. I'd say that's pretty much a success. So we've got rid of our sort of dead spot just as you were pulling away. That's gone. No flat spots between the gears. No flat spots when you put your foot down. Just cruising along in gear. That's fourth gear at 30 mile an hour. Foot to the board and it's just pulling through. And it is only a little 998. I'm more than happy with that, and I'm sure the customer will be too. A little bit of work obviously left to do with it to sort that exhaust knocking out. The brakes are not great. All the warning lights are on for the brakes on the dash as well, so a little bit of an issue to sort there, but I certainly think from our point of view our job is done. Okay, so there we go. Road test complete. More than happy with that. That drives fine. A lot better than it was when it came in. So there we go. Thomas tune up all complete for this one. Customer can have it back now and do the rest of his work to it, and hopefully this will be back on the road for him. So hope you enjoyed that. Apologies for the lack of content of late. As I said before, we do try and do videos as and when we can. We don't make a special effort to video something. So I thought this might be a good little opportunity to do one of these for you. So any tuning needs and you're in the local area, by all means, give us a shout. We can help. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.